Dear viewers and friends of Jesus and lovers of his word, 2020 has been a tumultuous year. Prophecy has been unfolding before our very eyes. I cannot recall in my life a situation where all the parameters flowed together in such a fashion that it seemed as if the world was following a biblical script. For the first time in my life, we have a universal situation where every single country in the world is subject to the same situation. We have seen the introduction of lockdowns. We have seen the introductions of rules and regulations. We have seen the introduction of mechanisms to control buying and selling. And prophecy is just jumping out of the pages into our face. Matthew 24 is being followed to the letter. And if we look at this year, we can see two aspects. We can see the health aspect becoming very prominent, and on the other side, we can see the environmental issue becoming very prominent. And through the papal encyclicals such as Laudato Si, these have been linked together so that they become a unit. It is astounding to me that the Bible has a final message for humanity, which is called the three angels' messages. And the message and warning against the mark of the beast is linked together with a health message. And therefore the other side of the issue is also linked to a health message. So we have two messages going into the world. The one garnering the kings of the world and all the followers, and the other one calling God's people to come out of Babylon. And as we follow the prophetic timeline, we can see how it is falling into place. There are not only political issues, but economic issues which must be considered, and then the religious aspects must be considered. We know that the mark of the beast entails worship, so it is a religious issue. We know from Revelation chapter 18 that it is economic issues, because the economic powers of the world will lament the fall of Babylon. And we know that the kings of the world will give their power unto the beast. So if we look at the events of 2020, we can see the religious leaders of the world, we can see the political leaders of the world, and we can see the medical leaders of the world joining up with the ideologies that emanate from Rome. Those two prominent encyclicals, one on the environment and one on fraternity, are setting the pace for what is about to transpire on our planet. And now, just before the close of this year, the economic powers which represent the vast wealth of the nations came together with the papacy in solidarity with this fraternity issue. There are talks about Sunday becoming a day of rest for the sake of the environment. We are on the very verge of the fulfillment of prophecy. And then the mechanisms are being put into place using the health issue to implement the buying and selling. If you do not go in accordance with what their wishes are, you will not be able to be economically active. Those issues have been put into place, and the World Economic Forum is very, very upfront as to what that agenda entails. As we approach the end of this year, and we look forward to what is coming, we can see the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ written in the pages of history and in the Bible. May you be blessed And may we together stand firm as we await the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Many blessings to you, and may God be with us. And let us not be negative, but let us lift up our heads and know that the coming of the Lord is near.